It's spooky season, the final episode, season 2. Today we'll be navigating the dark and stormy waters of the cryptozoology world, the unexplained, and the downright weird. I'll be your host, David Carter Snuff. Hi, guys.
Let's go. What's up, Dave?
It's DC Snuff on Instagram, at DCarterSnuff on Twitter and Snap.
You changed all your handles just for this episode?
Yeah, spooky season. I wanted to do numbers.
Okay.
That voice you hear, that is Count Docula, a.k.a. Dylan Chivalry.
What's up, y'all? Glad to be here.
How we looking?
You tell me.
How we sounding?
You tell me. How we sound, I'm not, that's, who knows?
I feel like this is kind of an affront to me. Are you going at me? Like, what's the deal here?
Don't worry about it. Can I explain why the pivot to this costume?
Yes.
So I was going to be a dinosaur, as you all know. I've been talking about it for weeks now. I tried it on last night, and it turns out the fan that constantly runs to keep it inflated is quite loud. As the heater kicks on, which is also kind of loud. And it was too loud to sit in front of a microphone. It would not have worked.
Was it booming loud?
I had to pivot. I went to the store and I saw this Dave mask. I was like, hey, I should be my good friend Dave.
That's crazy that they already have masks of me.
DC Snuff, just sitting there. And here we are.
I feel like my forehead is a little bit smoother. Well, that's okay, though. Wait, what kind of, was it a battery-powered fan or what, like propane?
Yeah, battery-powered, 4 AA batteries. It was kind of a serious operation. It was just too loud, man. So.
Yeah, I had no idea it was that in-depth. I thought it was just an inflatable deal. Like
Me too. I thought it was going to be an easy situation, but it wasn't.
Are you going to be wearing this costume at any point in the next 5 days?
Yeah, I will probably wear it Halloween night when I have Parks because he's going to be a dinosaur. I think many of us have seen his costume already, and his dad's going to be a dinosaur as well. It's going to be a situation.
Okay, so a gram will be gotten off, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic stuff. Can I introduce the rest of the lads?
Yeah, that's fine.
It's the Erector Spectre, Brett Merriman.
What's up?
Yeah. Dude, of everything, Brett's is the most wild. It's like 40 degrees and windy and kind of drizzling here. And Brett has, oh my, dude, stop. He has on the shortest of shorts.
When you're not supposed to, and you wear pants when you're not supposed to.
Dude, it's just like whatever.
We're going to get this the entire episode,
No,
aren't
I'll stop.
No, you should. Don't stop.
7-Eleven was weird this morning. I'll give you that.
The bottom half doesn't even matter because we're sitting at a table and no one's going to see
he's committed to the bit.
Yeah, I'm committed to the bit. And for the potential gram we're getting off. Where I'm going to be like squatted.
Also committed to the bit. It's a Cincinnati Harambe Zombie, Will DeFreeze.
Great to be here.
A lot of people may not know it, but the Cincinnati Harambe T-shirt, once sold by a previous employer, was designed and created by one Will DeFreeze.
Yes, I can put that on my LinkedIn, on my resume. If anyone would like to endorse me, you can just let me know, and I'll approve that endorsement.
I think you got a crisp $100 bill for that, didn't you?
I did.
Wow, congratulations.
Not to totally derail it. I might sound a little shellfish right now, but I feel like it's ridiculous that I have to wait 3 minutes to get introed when I intro Dave within 15 seconds of every episode. If not sooner.
Dude just dropped a shellfish joke, Dave.
He killed it.
Right in our faces, man.
I mean, like, but look, you got this. I'm sorry.
You know what my 3 favorite things are?
What?
Lobster tail and beer.
Did you look up lobster jokes before coming in here? Or what?
No, dude, what are you talking about?
Oh, you got one with like crustacean or anything? Like, no, I got
Crustacean. Don't make him use all his material.
I'm gonna think on it.
Oh, really? You got a big bag of nothing? You just received the roast claw.
Oh, you got rose clawed.
Oh, dude, look at that. You got double upside down fingers.
What, Brett?
Randy's over here just gifting up a storm today.
I feel like Randy deserves a mic today, just because of what he's done.
Fuck Randy.
Why? Yeah, if there's any day that he might deserve it, it's today. What are you, Randy? El Glizzadente?
He's El Glizzadente.
Which I'm not really I don't really understand the reference, but it looks cool.
He's wearing a hot dog suit. Over that, he has on like the classic Navy, presidential suit with the red tie and the little lapel, the American flag. It's, I hate Randy. That's what I'm trying to say.
You love Randy.
No.
If you guys want to enter the Terror Dome, we can do that. But before we do, let me let you know, even though this is our last episode, continue sending your spooky stories via form on washmedia.com. Just click on the Spooky Season tab or email spooky@washmedia.com. I've got like 20 more stories that are definitely usable, some with photo, some with video. And I'm thinking we got to do something with them. I can't just keep these holstered for an entire year.
I agree. Something's got to happen.
I'll be veiny face kid the entire year if we can't use these. So just stay beyond the paywall is what I'm trying to say. You never know when a spooky season will pop up.
Wow.
You guys ready to enter the Terror Dome for one last time?
Let's go.
It's a new sound effect alert. Oh, here we are. That one was a lot cleaner and quicker.
Oh, that was actually a new one?
I liked it I liked the long one.
The long one, just had to mix it up for the final destination.
Right.
We've got a follow-up. If you guys remember, if you were around for Spooky Season 1, you'll remember the story, one of the more terrifying ones we did, of Anna. The title was Ghost/Demon in Childhood Friend's Home. I had you guys refresh your memory on this. Did it
Yes.
ring a bell? Did it all kind of fall back into place when you read it?
A little bit, yeah. But it was kind of fresh in my mind. At reading it, it felt new to me, and it scared the shit out of me. Like, legitimately one of the spookier things we've encountered doing this episode.
The gist of it is this guy's at a friend's house. The younger sister of the friend, she's talking to something that's not there. He's hearing a voice asking about another person. He goes to take care of the dog a couple weeks later, and he hears it crystal clear, like asking where the girl is. And the whole thing freaked us out.
A deep and raspy voice.
Deep and raspy
Yeah.
voice.
He heard very clearly ask about his friend's sister. So
I'm glad you guys are here to explain this because, as you guys know, my memory only goes back about 2 weeks, so I really needed this refresher before hopping back in.
he's doing.
Just
he's
Google
doing
how
some more.
long lobster memory
Dude,
is.
he's got lobster material.
How
today.
could anybody ever know how long a lobster memory that's like the infinite alligator theory.
No, it's like the alligator
They
thing
just
in that
ask
it's
them.
just science and
Like,
it's fact.
ask them
Nobody can
how
ever-
far back do they remember? And
It could just never be proven. That's like when they say your dog only if you're gone 6 months, if you're gone 6 minutes, it's the same thing.
I've never heard that.
I've heard that. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know how you could prove it.
They say it's based on the opponents of lobsters fighting for sex. Like they can remember a guy be like, I squared up against this guy a week ago. So I already beat you, dog.
Did you really just look that up?
I Googled it.
That's really impressive.
No shit.
Yeah, I don't talk about my sexual exploits in the podcast.
Yeah. What he chooses to do in his own sea hole. Where do lobsters live?
Seahole?
Don't call it the sea hole, David.
Where do they live?
Yeah.
That
Not
has
the
multiple
sea hole,
meanings
dog.
and it sounds
What are you
disgusting.
doing?
Where do they live?
Under the sea.
In the
Okay.
ocean. They just swim around and shit. I don't know.
What?
Nothing, man. I'm just swimming in someone else's week. Dream about going up there. Sorry, that was just Sebastian. I know he's a crab, but Crustacean Nation covers all.
It's the same thing, basically.
Station Nation.
You look good enough to eat.
Thank you. Oh, Dylan, you're making me red in the face.
This is good.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
All right. Follow up from Spooky Season 1. This dude emailed last night, and it was completely timely. I was reading this as I was watching Monday Night Football, and let me say, this creeped me out, knowing what I know about his previous story. So let's just get into it. Sup, fellas? I have a small update on my story from last year to jog your memory. It's the story of my friend and her sister, whom I suspected was possessed by a demon. It's the dog sitting story from the Spooky Season episode that was released November 5th, 2019. So if you want to go back, those are still up there. Peep the archives. Y'all seem very concerned about the dog. To answer your breed questions, she was a toy poodle, and she was not harmed to my knowledge. When I booked it home, I left her in their fenced-in backyard. I was supposed to let her back in the house before I left, but Anna's dad made no mention of it when he paid me later in the week. I assumed she was just chilling in the backyard for a few hours before the family returned the same evening. I did feel very bad about leaving her, but if it's between me and the dog getting got by a demon, sorry, dog, D-A-W-G, I'm looking out for number one.
I get it.
Uh-huh.
I do get it. maybe just it's a toy poodle. Just take it with you.
Yeah.
Save the dog, right?
Ride a cowboy.
From
Right.
the
Thank you.
demon that's in the house.
Now for the update. I recently bought a house last year just before the holidays, and I was hosting a party as a housewarming party / Friendsgiving on the Saturday after Thanksgiving 2019. Anna and her husband were there, and I made it my personal mission to get some closure on this spooky event from 2012. After some liquid courage, I was finally able to get Anna alone to ask her about that one event, and she was surprisingly forthcoming.
Let's go. Let's go.
She admitted that her sister Rachel was indeed
What happened the
believed
other 3 times?
Okay. was indeed believed to be in contact with a demon. Their family, being devout Catholics, asked their church leaders for help, and it was determined that Rachel was not, quote, possessed per se, so they did not perform an exorcism. Huh.
No, she was in contact, not
Yeah.
possessed.
She
Well,
was
hold on, let's
communicating
see what
with the damn
happens.
thing.
They did, however, have a priest perform a blessing on the house to expel any unwanted spirits. Anna was not present for the house blessing. She was off at college. Anna said since then she hasn't had any encounters. I asked her how Rachel is doing. She said that Rachel has estranged herself from the family for other reasons, but she remains on good terms with Anna. Anna simply stated that Rachel is just, quote, very troubled. I asked her if Rachel had any supernatural encounters since the house blessing. She said, as far as I know, she has not. Anna did not seem shaken or bothered that I brought this up to her, and in fact, she told me to shut up when I started apologizing for being nosy. She was very much at peace. After the party ended and everyone went home, I got a text from Anna saying this: I forgot to tell you earlier, if you ever suspect that a spirit or ghost or something worse is trying to contact you, do not engage, do not talk to them, do not acknowledge them. That's how this whole mess got started.
Sheesh.
Chills.
How do you not give that information earlier?
I feel like you lead with that information.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I understand it because you don't want to give the impression that your family might be like a little off or whatever, you know? Like this is what we're dealing with at home. That's kind of a heavy subject to just be forthcoming about. You don't agree? Stop. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, so much of your game is based on facial expressions that I can't even communicate with you.
Come on,
Talk
man.
closer to the would you mic the mic for us? I'm worried that people are going to
How does that sound?
That sounds really good.
Should I just hold my mouth open?
No, you don't
My
have to.
bottom
you
lip?
you definitely should do that.
Put a snuff in? I understand Anna not wanting to talk about this.
But like
It's a lot.
But when he asked her about it and she's clearly cool with it, I feel like you just got to work that into the conversation naturally.
Yeah.
I'm not here to ghost shame.
In Rachel, we got to assume that this was affecting her greatly, considering all the, she seems troubled. And it's just something you don't want to, divulge.
Here's the problem, though. Wasn't Anna also talking to the spirit?
Yes,
According to the story, she also was.
she was, but the spirit seemed to really target Rachel.
Right.
Because he was asking about her.
He was asking Anna, where's Rachel?
Right.
And also this guy that was dog sitting the toy poodle. Not very well, let me point out.
Yeah, just a shit dog sitter, really.
I can't believe he got paid. Left the poodle in the backyard.
Did y'all ever watch a neighbor's dog growing up? Like when the family was out of town or cat?
Oh yeah, all the
Probably,
time.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but yeah.
We would
numerous
go,
times.
like, the cat was an indoor cat, so I'd go over there and chill with it for a couple hours.
We did that for a while. My neighbors had me do it for their cat, and I always dry heaved when doing the wet cat food. Really grossed me out. Just want to put that out there. And the kitty litter thing, we didn't have cats growing up. The kitty litter thing, I never really got into. Like it just kind of creeped me out.
Was it made
It's
with
convenient. If you're gonna throw up an oop like that, he's got to be ready.
I know. I
don't
don't
even-
even. Over. I couldn't breathe. I wanted to get it
I know.
out
I
so
wasn't
bad.
expecting it. I'm sorry.
No, kitty litter thing is unstable to me. I know some people who do dog litter, actually on their patio,
No.
and I didn't know that
Dog
was a
litter?
thing. Yeah,
And
No.
they have their dog go.
their dog poops in the tray.
Oh. Is that like having an AstroTurf thing in your apartment balcony?
Kinda.
Yikes.
What's a dog park like in the weather like this, Will?
Pretty chill.
People getting
It's
fits off?
You're on higher danger alert when it comes to stepping in poop, though, because of the leaves on the ground. So it's not as noticeable. But overall, it's a pretty chill sitch. The dogs have more energy. They're just running around playing. People don't like to stick around as long because it's cold out there, though.
Randy weirdly loves it out there and it's cold. Like, he did not want to come in last night. He just rolls around in the grass.
Oh, yeah. They love it, dude. They love it, especially after being inside so long with all how hot it gets, man.
Anything else on Anna?
I wish the family well. You know, that's a tough experience to live through.
Can we close the book on Anna? That whole situation?
I'm still worried about Rachel.
I almost don't want any more follow-ups from the story. Like, that was good.
Sounds like there's nothing more to follow up on, and they got rid of the spirit.
Well, we hope.
We hope.
You never know.
I wish them well.
What's a blessing versus an exorcism?
An exorcism is when you are possessed by something,
Yep.
and they
They try to pull it out of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exorcise the spirit, the demon.
Yep. And then the
Blessing
is
blessing
just
is like
comes in, probably reads some
holy water.
holy water, reads some stuff, maybe does the sage.
Just straight up, like, ask the
They
thing
tag 'em?
to vacate the house. Like,
Yeah.
please
Okay.
go away.
Exorcism,
you're not
person,
welcome.
blessings, more.
They just
area.
bring Super Sage in, and he
Yeah,
does a weird backflip ninja kick,
Then you hashtag it Super Sage.
so we can see it.
Yeah,
Correct.
see it.
Well, with that, we can formally enter the nail bag for one last time. I'm going to miss that sound effect.
I hear you, Dave.
One of my all-time faves. Hey, spooky season crew. This may be long, but I promise it's worth it. Buckle up. So my family and I used to live out in Scottsdale, Arizona when I was in middle school. Rather than going to see Sedona or the Grand Canyon when family visited over and over again, one summer we decided to do something a little different. We decided to drive through the mountains and see sights in that area. One destination along that path is a small town called Jerome. In Jerome, you will come across the Jerome Grand Hotel atop one of the larger mountain ranges. Little history on the hotel. The Jerome Grand Hotel was originally constructed in 1926 under the name United Verde Hospital, later to become Phelps Dodge Mining Corporation. The hospital, however, was closed in 1950 as the mining operations began shutting down and medical services were available in the neighboring community of Cottonwood, where many of the staff transferred to. The building stood unused for the next 44 years. Already we got some spooky red flags, I think.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to the hotel, there's a small lobby and cafe that you can eat lunch in, and that's what we did. From the get-go, the staff lets you know that the place is haunted, telling you stories about various deaths that occurred in the hotel when it was a hospital back in the mid-1900s.
What?
Nah, that's
you check in and they're like, by the way, this is a terrible place to stay.
No, that's tourism.
That feels like
That's-
a,
Mm-hmm.
that
Money
makes me
grab.
think that there might be like some tomfoolery going on.
I'd be like,
just-
all right, tight, I'm going to go see somewhere else. Thank you for the heads up.
Tom
I don't
Goolery.
mess with that shit.
I can't. Your eyes
You think-
so
You
fucked. I
think
can't
some
even look at
people are into that? Like, they want to stay in a haunted place?
100%.
Yes,
not even
absolutely.
a question. 100%.
Thrill seekers.
Man, y'all play too much.
Guests that have stayed at the hotel reported hear coughing, labored breathing, and even voices coming from empty rooms. Guests also reported smells coming from rooms such as flowers, dust, cigar smoke, and whiskey. These ghosts sound tight as fuck, I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really see the issue.
Yeah. What's the problem here?
Like, compared to what we just read, like, this sounds pretty dope. Others report light anomalies and the television sets turning themselves on with no explanation. The most notable story is one about a 4 or 5-year-old child running down the hallway on the 3rd floor, sometimes crying, sometimes laughing. This child also likes to appear at the foot of the bed in various rooms, just staring at the bed's occupant. Frequently, the sounds of giggling and running occur on the top floor, as though children are at play. The sounds of a newborn baby's cry is common on the 3rd and 4th floors, as well as the faint smell of baby powder and zinc oxide. What is zinc oxide? Is that talcum?
Isn't that just the shit that you put on your face when you go surfing?
Yeah, like that
I
white
think
thing
it
on your
is.
nose.
Yeah, that's what
Uh,
Zuckerberg had on when he was doing that
Yeah.
that electric surfboard thing.
Yeah, it's like talcum powder, diaper rash, skincare stuff.
That's creepy. That's a really specific smell.
I don't know. Brands include Vanity Cream. That's all I got.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank
they put it in sunscreen too.
Fucking big game, always doing the brand thing.
Yeah, we get it, dude.
Brand developer. The baby's crying has alerted enough guests that they've phoned the front desk out of concern. The location being a vacant room, that makes it even weirder. Staff as well as guests frequently report bedside table lamps and televisions being unplugged, shampoo bottles rolling across the floor or flying across the room. That's just reckless. The sound of doors opening and closing while don't drop the shampoo. That's funny. While the room is otherwise vacant are common. Guests have found electronics such as cell phones and camcorders dead center beneath the bed. That's unstable. What? Front desk staff, particularly the graveyard shift, have reported hearing coughing and sneezing from the hotel's laundry room, seeing shadows in the same area of whom they believe to be Claude Harvey, the hospital's maintenance man, who was found dead April 3rd,
What, Harvey?
1935, pinned beneath the Otis elevator, presumably murdered. That is Claude Harvey. It's amazing how this worked
getting out
out.
of claw right now.
Oh, come on.
They see and hear Claude roaming the stairwells and the boiler room as though still at work. Many guests have reported seeing the apparitions of two ladies, one in a white gown and the other one in a nurse's outfit, as well as someone who appears to be a doctor or nurse in a long lab coat carrying a clipboard roaming the halls. So of all of these thus far, like the lab coat and clipboard ghost is the creepiest, right? Because you're like, what are you doing? What are you documenting? Why do you have that clipboard in your hand?
Well, she's just checking on her patients, likely.
Yeah, but that creeps me out. Anytime they have props with them, that just makes it even creepier.
He's got your chart. He's looking over your medical history.
He's asking you how many drinks a week you have, and you're like, oh, just like 2 or 3.
You calculate for 5 minutes, and you're like,
We'll pulls out the rights
20?
and lefts.
Have you ever stayed in a haunted hotel before?
Allegedly, one in New Braunfels.
Stayed in one in downtown Denver that apparently was haunted. There was a murder suey in one of the rooms.
Okay.
The Embassy Suites in Cincinnati.
The Embassy Suites.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not haunted.
The Driscoll in
There's
Austin.
no way that's haunted.
The Driscoll here downtown is supposed to be haunted. There are
Oh.
reports of people like.
Then I've stayed. Then technically, yeah, I have.
Yeah, reports of faucets turning on and.
That happens in your place a lot.
Yeah,
I stayed
well,
at the Hotel Havana in San Antonio, as Micah would say.
San Antonio.
And while there is no like actual stories that I could find on it being haunted, it was the most haunted place I've ever stayed at.
It had the vibes.
Yes, like no questions asked. It was one of the cooler places I've ever stayed, but it definitely felt haunted the entire time.
I'll check it out. Is that in the Pearl District?
Dude,
Oh, you don't.
I've
know.
only been
I
to
don't
San
know.
Antonio twice.
We need to go. It's a cool
I
town.
want to stay somewhere where I feel like some haunted shit's gonna happen, but nothing actually happened. You know, I don't want to see some shit go down.
You want to microdose your hauntings.
Yeah,
You
kinda
don't
like-
want to go all in.
You know how like you almost get in a fight and it's like really exciting, but you don't actually want to get in that fight. It's kind of the same.
Yeah, you just want a fight to happen right in your like arm's reach.
Yeah, like oh dude, I could have had him, dude.
You
Where
wanna
did this
s-
happen?
This is Arizona.
Oh, okay.
You want the sparks, not the smoke.
Exactly, David.
That's how I would put it. All of that backstory said, my cousin and I are huge into scary movies and spooky things, and this seemed right up our alley. So me and him shared a room on the 3rd floor for the night. We tried to stay up as late as possible to get the full effect, but passed out around midnight. We didn't experience much, except for when I got up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom at 3 a.m. He must have been lonely. When going to the bathroom, the whole time I felt like I was being watched. After I finished in the bathroom, I turned the light off and headed back to the bed where, indeed, I saw a little boy sitting crisscross on the bed at the very end of my cousin's feet. He didn't say or do anything except sit there and look around the room. All of a sudden, he looked over at me, and as soon as he locked eyes with me, he vanished. I freaked out, but believe it or not, I was able to fall back asleep. When checking out the next morning, my cousin and I exchanged stories about how we got up to pee, he at 1 a.m., and he experienced the exact same thing.
Oh man.
After that, we were super freaked out, but now we have one heck of a story. Stay spooky, y'all. That's from Lil Broomstick.
Oh man. Yeah, when someone else has the exact same experience, it's just crazy.
That's the kind of experience that, like, is spooky, terrifying, good story, but it's not, like, making you question everything, right? Like it's not like something was whispering in your ear at 3 a.m. Like it's one of those things like you could probably fall back asleep after that, right?
No, what?
No chance.
After
Really?
you see a
No
child sitting
fucking
Indian
Just a
style?
kid sitting
sorry.
Indian style.
Crisscross
All
after
proper
that.
like.
No, we're not doing that, Brett. We're
What?
not doing that.
Life is a nightmare, man.
Dave, you're just gonna go back to sleep after a kid is sitting on your end of your bed and disappears right before your eyes?
Nah, probably not. I'll probably wet in the bed and then leaving.
Yeah, I try not to sleep in
automatic-
beds where kids are at this point.
I'm dipping.
That's
I'm out.
fair. That's a great point.
Automatic dip. Or
Super
like
dip.
throw
If
on
you-
Sports Center because that's it.
If I'm laying in a hotel bed and I see a kid appear, I think Borat's about to pop through.
Oh man, you guys seen this freaking movie?
Uh-huh.
Have you guys ever done the mirror challenge? Where
Is this
3
the
a.m.
Bloody
the nose
Mary?
beer one?
No.
Red rum?
Bloody Mary, you have to say at the devil's hour, 3 a.m. You say Bloody Mary into a mirror 3 times. And something's supposed to appear behind you. If it's
I
haunted.
think we did do that as a kid. I don't know if we did it at 3 a.m. though.
That's
is
where you're
that-
supposed to do it.
3 a.m. like Central Standard Time. Like what time zone is this ghost on?
He's whatever time zone you're in, it's relative.
Okay.
Yeah, check this clock.
Have you,
You
done
would-
it?
No, I was too scared.
Do it now. Try
Odds you'll
now.
do it right now in the bathroom here at the office.
It's not 3 a.m., dude.
Doesn't matter.
It's 10:42.
It's 3 a.m.
Come back up
somewhere.
here at 3 a.m.
One in.
I'm feeling pretty lonely
14.
right now, so it might be 3 a.m.
There you go. 1 in 14.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
2.
7.
Shit. No blood. No fucking blood.
Unfortunately.
Okay. Let's calm down.
All right, let's do another one. Hey, y'all. Not all my stories specifically, but I can 100% confirm that our fraternity house is in fact haunted. We had one brother specifically that seemed to have the most encounters with the entities in the house. Let's call him Dan.
Is this going to be a joke?
It's not.
Oh,
Where he's,
Dan!
okay.
I would never do that. My junior year, I found myself living in the house with Dan as my roommate. Dan would often say he felt uneasy when we were just in the room studying, or he even felt sick. Once late at night, while I was asleep in our room, I heard a deep voice that was not Dan's very clearly say, "Get out," loud enough to wake me up and make me immediately leave the room. This particular brother has the scariest story, though, hands down. He says that one night while hanging out with a few other people at the house, he went upstairs to our room to get something, only to see a woman standing behind the upstairs bar. Chill sitch. Upstairs of our house is very small, only 4 rooms, 2 on either side, and a bar at the very end of the hallway.
Sounds small up there. 4 rooms and a bar.
Yeah, 4 bedrooms and a bar.
Sounds pretty big.
Our old house, 602, had 4 rooms upstairs, didn't it? I guess it wasn't small, though.
No.
2 on either side and a bar at the very end of the hallway. He immediately froze, and he said she pointed at our door, and then every single door on the upstairs floor slammed shut.
Oh, come on. I'm out.
Other brothers can confirm they heard the door slam and that Dan sprinted downstairs and almost broke the front door trying to get out of the house. Everyone gets uneasy feelings in that house, so we know it's not just us. I have a few more haunted stories from that house, but didn't want to make the message too long for y'all. I can write in next week or next year with a few more if you would like. Love the pod and keep up the good work, boys.
I'm jumping through the nearest window. I'm nosediving out
You
of
out?
that second story. I can't handle that. That shit's wild, man.
I agree.
Brett, show me the lie.
I was trying to do a nose, clam, will, lobster,
Nose beard?
nose beer joke, and I couldn't put it together.
Damn. I would have been tight if you did, though.
There's a lot of moving parts.
Right.
But yeah,
Okay.
fuck this house, right?
Yeah. You got to think that the everybody being kind of drunk, assuming it's a fraternity house, made it a little bit easier to live in. But, like, I had heard rumors that our fraternity house was haunted. Did you ever hear those?
Yeah.
You heard screams coming from the room next to you, like
Maybe they were just boiling some
Wow.
lobsters.
Well, Dave, you heard stories about the old Pike House.
Yeah.
There was
They burned it down. Or somebody burned it down.
It was apparently built on top of an old mortuary.
Yeah, that seems like a bad place to build a house.
Yeah.
Especially one that's going to house, 30 to 50 heathens.
TFM, though. Am I right?
It did burn down like 5 years after they got kicked off campus.
But it was abandoned for years, and it was kind of like we dare you to go in the old Pike House at midnight.
Dare you or make you.
Or make you. But it was a pretty dangerous place because it was falling apart. There were holes in the floor and shit. It wasn't a safe place to walk through. But there are some stories about that place. Very creepy looking.
Brett.
Just wondering what the stories are.
Yeah, I don't really have any.
Oh, okay.
Now, 602 where we lived, or where our fraternity house was, apparently there was it was a ghost of a lady.
Of the night?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if it was a lady of the night, a call girl, if you will. But the older guys like to. That's one that they told. I never had any issues there, though. Interesting.
You ever hear about the places that are built on like Native American grave sites?
Absolutely.
Those I think are the spookiest of all places.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, yep, nope, those are haunted automatically. You just
Well, like everything in this part of the state is basically, or was at one point, like Comanche.
yeah,
So you got to assume.
that there's some haunting going on.
Yeah.
They're not fucking
I'm
leaving.
trying to find information about this. You can continue on.
Well, let me just say, fuck Pike.
Oh,
Why did Pike always catch smoke on TFM days?
Those guys are like mid-tier, dude.
because I feel like Pike was the frat that every school was like the juice heads.
Okay.
No, not at Texas State.
I just remember my short tenure at the Grand X offices, and anytime I would go check in on the TFM wall, there'd be something that just was a total unnecessary shot at Pike.
It's easy to take shots at the fraternities that are like, one syllable.
That's a great point.
Not sure why it's that way, but like Pike, Teak,
Teak is another one.
Deke, like all these other, like all the ones that are one syllable. I feel like those guys get the raw deal when it comes to just like shitting on fraternities.
Teak at our school was the one. I feel like when I was going through, there were some cool Teaks, but there was a lot of Teaks that looked like they probably were on like the club rugby team, and they would just headbutt the shit out of you.
You know what they say? If you can't go Greek, go Teak.
Ah.
Got him!
Woo! We're doing jokes now.
We are
It's a
doing
dabbing
jokes.
lobster. Yeah, this website I found is
What was your Google
I think it's
search?
exploding my computer.
Well, give us the search string that you just ran.
Abandoned Pike House, San Marcos.
Okay.
I found some websites, but they're just not wanting to
I
work
want
for
you
me.
to know.
Let's do another quick hitter, then we can hop into something else. What's up, my counts? This is a story my aunt told me some time ago. My aunt and uncle lived in a house where they had some spooky things happen on the occasion in the middle of the night. Their children's toys, my cousins to clarify, would randomly go off in the middle of the night without any logical explanation as to why. The spookiest time this event occurred was the birthday of my uncle's mother, who passed away a few years prior. On the night of her birthday, toys were going off in the house periodically and kept waking up the family throughout the night, which not only frustrated them, but it also spooked them since the activity was off the charts. The morning after, my tired uncle checked his emails to see what was going on in the business world, and he noticed an out-of-place email that was dated a few years ago from his mother, saying how proud she was of him. This made me firmly believe that ghosts and spirits are real, and whenever a friend questions the supernatural, I'm quick to tell this tale. Love the spine-chilling pod, and stay spooky.
Ooh.
How did he find this email?
I don't know, but this is like kind of a heartwarming one, but it's still really creepy, right?
I mean, a little bit.
I think any time you have like the specificity of like a relative contacting you in some way, it adds to the validity of it.
If I get contacted in there in the grave, then it's red alert.
Yeah.
Are you serious with that,
Have you seen Ghost Dog yet?
Ghost Dog has not made any appearances. I have yet to locate the dog that lives above us, so it could just be up there. But I've never seen the owners that live above us with their dog anywhere, so it could just be living in the floorboards of the upstairs apartment.
Spooky.
That's
Makes
a
you
terrible place to make a home.
Mm-hmm.
The children's toys going off, that is like Horror Story 101. I do have a story. Do you remember the game Battleship?
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember Electronic Battleship?
No,
yeah.
we never had that bougie shit.
We did. And it was like I was living at home, and then one night, in the middle of the night, one of the little sound effects went off at like 3 a.m. I don't know if it was 3 a.m. It was very late though.
Was it like Battleship?
No, it was like a little chime, almost like not the explosion from when you hit the opponent's battleship, but it was like a little ding, and I was just like, okay, it's probably just a battery. It only happened once, but I remember it vividly because it woke me up.
You should have gone and like played a turn and see if it happened again.
Just sunk a
Against
battleship
the ghost?
at midnight.
Played against the ghost, yeah.
Is Battleship the new Ouija board?
He sinks your ship.
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck?
Damn, this
Just
guy's
taking
good.
it.
Battleship.
Taking
This guy's
L's.
tight at this.
Or he like spells something out because wasn't Battleship like G5 or something like that or
Yeah.
the
G7,
grid.
and he spells out like Dave.
That would be okay. You're right. That should have done that.
Yeah, you should have Ouija boarded it.
Battleship apparently so popular they made a movie years later.
With,
Do you remember this?
with Rihanna?
Was Rihanna in Battleship?
Yes.
Oh yeah, she was, baby. She
Who
looked
was
hot
the-
in it too.
Who was the dude? Was that Channing Tatum?
Tim
Tim
Riggins,
Riggins?
yeah, Taylor Kitsch. I watched that movie like
TK.
3 times one summer. It was really stupid. Not a good movie.
I can't believe they made a Battleship movie.
Did y'all lose internet?
I did earlier.
I lose internet like every day. I thought we got that quadrupled, Randy.
Yeah, way to go, Randy.
Killing
Good
it
one
over there,
job,
Gliz. Let's do a little change of pace here. This is getting a little too spooky for my liking.
I agree.
dude. I agree, man. I need a break from it.
Kind of want to do, I don't know, maybe some humor, maybe some jokes. How we feel?
Oh, I feel like you're about to deliver a monologue.
I don't know if you guys have heard any of these. Let's just run through them real quick. Why do skeletons prefer dainty women?
Because they'll bone anything.
They don't have meat on their bones.
They like to bone a petite.
That's inappropriate.
Seriously, though, why don't witches have children?
I don't know, dude.
Because their husbands have crystal balls. Thanks a lot for coming out. This concludes spooky season. We'll see y'all next year.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's still. Thank you. Their husbands have crystal balls.
Oh, so they can't ejaculate.
Right. They cannot
Oh,
come.
I just got it. Sorry.
Goodness.
All right, let's hop back into the mailbag. One more mailbag, then we'll pivot to something completely different. This is another quick hitter. It's good, though. Hey, guys, I'm not sure if this is spooky enough to make the cut, but a couple years ago, my husband and I were visiting his parents in Philly. We lived out of state at the time, so we were staying in their guest room. I have trouble sleeping when I'm not in my own bed, so my husband fell asleep before I did and started snoring. We end up laying back to back in the bed, facing opposite walls, and I finally feel myself starting to drift off. All of a sudden, he stops snoring and whispers, help me, Allie, help me." A chill runs through my body from the tips of my ears down to my toes, and I get instant goosebumps on my arms and legs. He repeats the phrase a few more times and tells me to look at him. I stayed silent and kept my eyes glued to the wall I was facing. While he was whispering to me, the image of a black creature with sunken red eyes and 2 rows of pointed teeth appeared in my mind. In that moment, I was 100% sure that if I turned to face him, that's what I would see. He stopped whispering just as abruptly as he started and immediately began snoring again. I told him what happened the next morning, and he had no memory of whispering anything, but said he had a dream featuring the exact same creature. It's never happened since, but it's the most bizarre and terrifying thing that has ever happened to me. Cue the come thunder. Oh, I will. Because that's scary.
Yeah, no thanks. No thanks.
I don't like that.
What are sunken eyes?
Is that like the Pete Davidson thing?
It's just like what Pete Davidson looks like at all times.
Kind of look like the eyes just like
Steve
like
Buscemi.
deep in the socket. I
yeah,
guess like
Steve
creepy
Buscemi.
looking. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, man. That is that might be one of the quicker ones we've ever done, but also like as far as ratio goes, the scariest. I mean, because that's just like, dude, you're what's one minute you're snoring, the next you're screaming for help or whispering for help. I don't know what's worse, screaming or whispering.
Whispering for help is much scarier than
Yeah.
screaming for help.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've never seen A Quiet Place, but I think the quiet nature of that movie is what makes it so frightening.
It's a pretty spooky movie,
It was
man.
good. It was good. I didn't see the follow-up, the sequel. Did you?
I
Or
did
did they even
not.
release it yet? Because of the whole global pandemic.
Oh, I thought it was out.
It might be.
They've been pushing back this Bond movie for like over a year now. It's terrible.
Top Gun.
Top Gun.
Yeah.
Are we ever going to see it?
Oh, I don't want to talk about it. I'm
Sounds
bummed.
good.
Why?
Pretty uncomfortable.
Because it was supposed to be out like 4 months ago.
Okay.
And now it's going to be out a year from now, I think. What they say, June of next year.
I seen him breathe for a minute.
There he is.
I feel much better.
Oh fuck!
Wow, it's really creepy.
I thought you were Dave this entire time.
Dude, I know. That's just weird,
Dude,
right?
without the mask on, you just look like a Austin Tech CEO.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
kind of
let's
he
go.
is.
You got this. Oh, yeah, kind of. Are we tech, per se?
Let's
Media.
See the tech in here, though?
I see tech, bitch.
We have quadrupled the internet upload speed.
By the way, I did. The article finally loaded for me. The Pike House in San Marcos, the very spooky one that burned down, but it's very long, and I don't know how to sift through it, so we're gonna skip it for now.
Okay. Maybe next year. What's the source on it?
Weird, either Weird Us or it's WeirdUS.com.
Weirdus.com.
Weirdus.com. They sing that Teenage Dirtbag song.
Okay, that was really good.
Okay.
It's a it's a blog post. It's not like a reputable source, so who knows?
Guys, do you guys mind if we do something we haven't done this year? Do you guys mind if we close out Spooky Season 2 with some LICE headlines?
Lice?
It's like Vice, but it's LICE, because LICE are kind of spooky.
Lice are gross, dude.
They truly are. They get in your hair, your kid's hair.
Yeah, why you gotta live in people's hair? Like,
I don't have to worry
find your
about
own
'em.
place.
Why's that?
I don't have hair.
Oh, he's sassy. Sassy lobster. Oh, that's an abrupt ending.
There are people on Twitter who like don't get that we're doing Halloween costumes. They're like, "Why is Brett dressed like a Sway House guy? What do you think?"
Could have something to do with Halloween being merely days away.
The guy behind him is dressed as El Glazadente.
This guy's a
what do you
fucking
think's
hot
going on
dog.
here? You think he dresses like that every day?
He's a presidential hot dog.
Figure it out, people.
You know what?
Hard, yeah, like what?
Am I auditioning for Sway House, says Arcor?
Yeah, dude, he is.
Did y'all do a post?
I just posted Randy being a jerk.
It's got me
He's just doing his job.
catching shrapnel.
This is where we do real or fake LICE headlines. Look, here's the deal. There's not a lot of things that rhyme with LICE that work. Or Vice, I should say. And Vice is already kind of inherently spooky, right? Doesn't matter. I'm going to read these. You tell me if they're real or if they're fake. Let's go. Number 1. I took LSD alone and became a ghost for 36 hours.
What?
I took LSD alone and became a ghost for 36 hours.
Okay.
That's real. That feels real to me.
I'm gonna say fake.
You just fading Dylan's picks?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it just feels like it has too many elements, like too much of a layup to make that one up for you. Like you're above that headline is what I'm saying. It's a compliment.
Okay.
Unless he made it up, and then it's just a slap in the face.
Brett, what's your freaking answer?
I don't know. I was getting a call
Brett's
from
googling
a
it.
hospital.
Brett's trying to
weird.
Brett's
Sorry.
googling
What are you
it, trying to
doing?
figure out if it's real or fake.
No, I thrown off by a call.
50-50 chance. Come on.
I don't. I'm sorry. I that was a weird phone call.
Do you need to take it?
Was it a political call?
No, I don't know. It was a medical college in New York City.
Huh.
Maybe your test results are in.
I don't know what I
You're
got
100%
tested.
that bitch. Glizzo, Dylan. It's a Glizzo song. Real or fake?
Fake.
It's fake. So fuck me sideways, Dylan.
Yeah, come on,
Thanks.
Dylan.
Thanks a lot.
That's an insult.
It is. But it fooled you, so.
My brain just doing too much up here, man. It's crazy what goes on up there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, let's do another one. Inside the abandoned hospital where ghosts roll their little skeleton dicks off.
Oh man, Vlad liked that one a lot.
That's so good, dude. Little skeleton dicks?
Inside the abandoned hospital where ghosts roll their little skeleton dicks off.
So they're in there doing just Molly and shit?
You got to read it if it's
Ecstasy?
real.
I'm going to say it is real, folks.
I'm fading again. It's fake.
Real.
That's so fake, you idiot.
Come on.
You got to do a real one at some point, right?
0 for 2 for
They're
this
not going
guy.
to say roll their little dicks off in a headline.
I mean, I would read it.
Yeah, of course.
I wish that one was real.
Yeah.
Let me just say that.
Yeah. If you can roll your little skeleton dick off, that sounds crazy.
All right, let's do another one. Let me see the dick in Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima is a video game.
I mean, it's gotta be real.
That's real.
Let me see the dick in Ghost of Tsushima.
That's real.
This is real because
it's
Dave
real,
didn't know what
yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima was
Yeah.
before he saw this headline.
I absolutely didn't. Did y'all?
No.
I
It's
know
real
Dylan
because
did.
Dave just Googled like Ghost Vice and see what popped up, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I searched their website. Yeah, that's real. Apparently, it's a video game, and there's a scene where there's a nude character, and the author of this wants to see the penis of the character. Which
That makes sense.
not that big of a deal, right?
There's a lot of times in life where I see someone and I'm like, man, I wonder what their dick looks like. So I get this. I understand.
Yeah. Like just it shows buttocks. Just a guy crawling into a swamp. I actually looked into this. They don't show the wiener. All right, let's do a couple more. Fed up with mortal men, women are having sex with ghosts.
It's gotta be real.
I know this is a real thing that women are into.
Ghost sex?
Really?
Yeah.
How do they do it?
How do you know that?
I've seen article. I don't think I've seen this particular article, but I've seen publications cover this. Women they go into like detailed accounts about having sex with ghosts. So I'm gonna say real.
Yeah, real.
It's real.
Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah.
In fact, we might have done this one last year. But this is a thing. You've ghosted a few in your day.
I don't ghost.
I'm kidding. No, you're a good dude.
Thanks, Dave.
All right, one more. I work in a haunted steakhouse. I work in a haunted steakhouse.
I wish it was real. I think it's fake.
That's real, man.
I'm going fake.
Oh, that's real, baby.
Oh yeah,
Damn it.
let's go.
That was the last one?
Oh, yeah. Fuck. I think you're the winner.
Yeah, I got all of them except for that last one.
Dylan is the loser. Brett, second place. Not bad. First loser, but not bad.
Thanks.
I actually read the I work in a haunted steakhouse. It's actually pretty good. Check it out on Vice.
Ghost in there just whipping up steaks or what?
Yeah, just in there just teasing apps.
And they cook nothing but T-bone.
What would be the best
You know
restaurant?
what I'm saying, T-bone? What?
Well, what would be the best cuisine to work at if the restaurant was haunted? I've almost got an argument for hibachi in the back of my head. Like a haunted hibachi joint.
Haunted hibachi. Oh, Italian. You want
Shrimp
like
getting
the old,
flipped.
Yeah.
Italian ghost.
Gangsters. Yeah.
Okay.
Italian ghost.
Okay. What do you think?
Gosh, man. I don't know.
You could literally say any cuisine.
A bakery.
A bakery?
Besides that,
A bakery?
What, you want some scones to scare you?
Yeah, let's
like get
go.
your bagel in the
Like
morning.
a bear claw or something?
Yeah.
That is kind of spooky.
But it's not dark.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's pretty easy for me. Red Lobster.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's got lobster jokes for days, man.
There's so many lobster jokes.
Hot sauce in my bag. Swag.
How long do you have that thing for?
Until November 5th. So if you want to hire me for a lobster boil, maybe just a casual night home, I can cook some lobsters for you and yours.
Is it hot under there?
Not as bad as you think.
Yeah, it's got good ventilation.
Yeah, the main issue is my nose is rubbing up against the screen.
Mm,
I'm kind of used to it now with wearing a mask all the time though, so it's okay.
that's fair. Age of COVID. I guess you're not going to wear that outside of the office, but I'm wondering if you would go with mask or sans mask under the mask.
If I have to go to the bathroom, I might just go with mask so people don't just see me like walking around with like half of a lobster costume on. I'd rather just be the lobster guy.
You got to go full lob.
You got to go full lob.
Yeah, Lob City. Guys, we just concluded Spooky Season 2. How does it feel?
Yeah, sad, honestly.
Yeah. Feels good, but at the
Always a
same
lot of
time,
fun.
it's not about the destination, it's about the journey.
We could drop another one at any time. Keep that in mind.
Will it be
Wow.
wickedly scary?
Maybe some editorial.
What?
How about that, Brett?
God.
Big editorial guy.
You know me.
Don't have to twist his arm.
We could have just posted that dude's original email from the demon story, and that could be its own little article. That thing is crazy.
That one's almost like too dark.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Could be extraditorial. That was a reach.
You were
that's what
you
we
were
do
shooting
here.
so well too.
No,
That was
you
a
know what?
reach.
It's a heat check.
Yeah.
What, is someone heating something up? Better not be a pot of water.
Oh man.
Dude, you got the rare laugh and come thunder combo. That's how you know you're slaying.
Imagine just feasting on a lobster that big. Just feed the whole squad.
I like your style, dude.
Let's go.
Till next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ha ha ha.